You know, we're always chasing faster and faster Wi-Fi. But what if I told you the next huge leap isn't about speed at all? What if it's about something way more important? Today, we're diving into Wi-Fi 8 and its mission to build the perfect, completely unbreakable connection.
We've all been there, right? You're paying for gigabit internet, you've got the latest router, but that super important video call still stutters and freezes. It's because raw speed, it's not the whole story. The real challenge, the one Wi-Fi 8 is being built from the ground up to solve, is making that connection ridiculously consistent and reliable no matter what's going on. And this slide just perfectly illustrates that change in thinking. Wi-Fi 7 was all about extreme high throughput, basically just pushing for the highest possible number on the box. Wi-Fi 8? It's a fundamental pivot. It's not about a higher top speed. It's entirely focused on ultra-high reliability. The new goal isn't speed. It's a rock-solid, dependable connection that feels just like you're plugged in with a wire. So this brings us to what's being called the reliability revolution. And I want to be clear, that's not just some catchy marketing slogan. It is the official core mission for this entire next generation of Wi-Fi. The official engineering name for this whole initiative is Ultra-High Reliability, or UHR. And the goal is, well, simple to say, but really ambitious to pull off. Make Wi-Fi work flawlessly in the exact places where it usually struggles. You know, at the very edge of your network's reach, in a super crowded apartment building, or while you're moving from one room to another. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The key players who are actually shaping the standard, folks like Qualcomm, are all saying the exact same thing. This is a very deliberate choice to step away from the speed race and focus on performance you can actually count on second by second. Okay, so what are the actual goals here? The IEEE standard has laid out 3 key improvements. First up, a 25% boost in throughput. But, and this is the important part, that's specifically in challenging signal conditions. This isn't about getting faster speeds when you're standing right next to the router, it's about getting a much better connection in that back bedroom that's always been a dead zone.
Second goal, a 25% reduction in worst-case latency. Now this one is really cool because we're not talking about your average latency. We are targeting the 95th percentile, those random infuriating lag spikes that just wreck your online game or make an AR experience feel totally janky. Smoothing out those frustrating peaks is absolutely critical for any kind of real-time app.
And the third goal hits that same number, a 25% improvement, but this time for dropped packets when you're moving around. This is all about making roaming seamless. Think about walking through your office or an airport. Wi-Fi 8 is being designed to hand you off between access points so smoothly that your connection never even blips. It's about creating a true, once connected, always connected feeling. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. So now let's get into the fun part, the how. What is the actual new tech that's going to make this incredible level of reliability possible? The single biggest, most important innovation here is something called multi-AP coordination. See, in the past, even if you had a fancy mesh network with multiple access points, they pretty much all acted independently. With Wi-Fi 8, they actually start working together as a single, intelligent team. The absolute best way to think about this is like air traffic control, but for your data. Instead of every plane just trying to land whenever it wants, causing chaos, the control towers coordinate everything. That's what your access points will do. They'll schedule data packets, manage the signal paths, and actively work to avoid interfering with each other. It's all about creating these clear, open runways for your data, even in the most jam-packed digital airspace. This table really breaks down how Wi-Fi 8 evolves the features we already have. Mesh networking, as we just talked about, gets a massive upgrade with multi-AP coordination. The way it uses the airwaves gets way more efficient too, dynamically finding and using tiny, clean pockets of spectrum instead of just avoiding big chunks of interference. And it introduces brand new features to improve range and better manage the dozens of devices we all have connected at once. And let's quickly touch on ELR, or Enhanced Long Range. This is so cool because it fixes a classic, super annoying Wi-Fi problem. Your phone can see the network with full bars, but the signal just isn't strong enough for the router to hear its reply. ELR specifically boosts that uplink signal, balancing the conversation so your devices can communicate clearly from much farther away.
So that's all the cool tech, but let's bring it back down to earth. Why does any of this actually matter for you and me?
Let's start where it's going to make the biggest difference for most of us, right inside our own homes. At home, this new level of reliability means an end to the buffer zone. We're talking flawless 4K streaming in the basement. We're talking online gaming that is finally
finally, as responsive as a wired connection. For anyone who lives in a dense apartment building, Wi-Fi 8 is specifically designed to cut through all that network noise. It'll even enable critical services, like real-time health monitors, that simply cannot afford to drop their connection, ever.
And this revolution, it doesn't just stop at our front doors. It extends out into all those crowded public spaces where Wi-Fi is, let's be honest, notoriously awful.
In these spots, the impact is going to be huge. That seamless roaming we talked about, it means walking through an entire airport without your connection dropping once. It means stable AR navigation apps or live translation that just works. You want to reliably stream video from a packed concert? Wi-Fi 8's goal is to make that possible. It could even support critical infrastructure, like the emergency systems in those same venues.
And finally, let's look ahead for a second, because this isn't just about making today's tech work better, it is about enabling the technology of tomorrow.
So many future technologies absolutely depend on this kind of mission-critical reliability. I mean, think about smart factories where robots and vehicles have to communicate without any interruption, or truly immersive, lag-free AR and VR. What about remote medical diagnostics that require a perfect connection to work? Or all the AI systems in our devices that need constant, low-latency access to the cloud? Wi-Fi 8 is literally being built to be the foundation for all of it.
So when is this always-on future actually going to get here? Let's take a look at the timeline.
Well, the process is already well underway. The first draft of the standard, which defines all the core features, is happening right now. By January of 2028, the Wi-Fi Alliance is going to start certifying products to make sure they all play nicely together. The standard gets officially finalized a couple of months after that, and then we should expect to see the very first Wi-Fi 8 routers and devices hitting the shelves in late 2028 or early 2029.
And that really brings us to the main takeaway. If you remember only one thing from this whole thing, please let it be this. Wi-Fi 8 is not a speed upgrade. It is a reliability upgrade. It's all about transforming wireless from a nice convenience into a utility that is as dependable and as trustworthy as a wired connection.
And so that leaves us with one last question to think about. When connectivity is no longer the thing holding us back, when it's just always there and it's always perfect, what new possibilities does that unlock? I mean, what could you create or build or experience in a world where your Wi-Fi never ever fails?